It's summertime in Israel, and tourism season is in full swing. But these tourists are not out-of-town foreigners here to take in the holy sights. Once aboard, it's through an Israeli military checkpoint, a moment of Jewish prayer, and then it's off to illegal settlements on the occupied Palestinian West Bank. The first stop, the outpost of Gilad Farms. Outposts and settlements have been at the core of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict for decades. Settlers believe the land that Israel occupied following the 1967 war was promised to them by God, and believe that this divine right entitles them to displace the indigenous Palestinian population and repopulate the area with exclusively Jewish communities like this one, all over the West Bank. The government does little to stop this and often encourages expansion into Palestinian land. Here, tourists meet settlers, learning firsthand what life is like. But there's another reason why the tourists come.
To support everything he did. There's a nice community here, they're building, they're developing, they have as you see behind me.
Building and developing illegal settlements and outposts is precisely the problem, say Palestinians. Israel has long ignored calls by the international community to halt all settlement construction and expansion on land intended for a future Palestinian state. U.S. President Barack Obama has put freezing all settlement activity center stage in his administration's new approach to ending the conflict. Something clearly not happening here at the settlement of Har Homa. But for the first time in a long time, the United States says it no longer accepts the legitimacy of Israeli settlements. And this is not lost on the tour organizers here, who have reportedly brought nearly 7,000 tourists over the past year and a half to these hilltops.
It is important for us to channel as many Jews as we can to Judea and Samaria, so that they become familiar with the settlers and the Blessed Settlement Project, and to strengthen the settlers, and to tell them they have backing.
By hardening the Jewish public's reluctance to give up settlements, Israeli supporters of the settlement project could be driving their country into a direct confrontation with the United States.
The settlers and the colonizer are hijacking the Israeli future. These fanatic settlers in Hebron and Nablus and in Jerusalem are hijacking the future of any peace or any settlement or any security in the whole region.
But there's no letting up for these tourists. After a brief lunch break, it's back on the bus through more Israeli checkpoints and on to the next settlement. Along the way, a photo opportunity of a breathtaking view. A scenic overlook of the Palestinian city of Nablus, and one these Jewish tourists won't be visiting. Ayman Mohyeldin, Al Jazeera, in the occupied West Bank.